Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and wouldn't you know it, we've got a brand new update to Splatoon dropping extremely shortly after this video goes live. It's a pretty tasty update that looks to bring more balance to the game on the whole, and most interestingly, change some gear abilities to give them more viability. So let's start off with that, but before we do, whenever I refer to a maximum, it means that is the most you can get from having as many of the same gear abilities as possible, not what you'll receive from a single one of them, so don't get ahead of yourself. First of all, Inksaver Main has had its maximum ink saving capabilities increased from 40% to 45%, and Inksaver Sub has had a similar increase from its maximum of 25 to 35. Ink Recovery Up has had its maximum recovery boost increase from 67% to 83%, and to put that into context, that's just tickling the chin of nearly twice the normal speed. Special Duration Up has also had its maximum capabilities increased for the Bomb Rush and Inkzooka specials from 40% to 60%, and for the Killer Whale and Ink Strike, the ability will now reduce the amount of time your movement is limited after firing, so there's less faffing about all round. Opening Gambit and Last Ditch Effort are now actually decent, which is a hell of a surprise. Opening Gambit now also applies the equivalent of 3 run speed ups and 3 swim speeds up for the length of its duration. Your outlandish dreams of becoming Sonic the Squidhog are now ever so slightly closer. Last Ditch Effort will now activate in ranked battles when your opponent's counter drops to 30 and also during overtime. Not only that, but you'll also have a faster respawn time thrown into the mix. Good news for all you gas mask lovers out there, Tenacity's effect is now 20% faster than before. But if you're more of a comeback kind of player, you can now look forward to having Special Charge Up taking effect for the duration of the comeback itself. Any Ghastly fans will be pleased to hear what's happened to Haunt. If you have this ability and you get tagged with a point sensor, echolocator, or someone else using Haunt, you'll get buffed with a damage up, defense up, and run speed up until it wears off. Recon will now not only let you keep seeing the enemy on the gamepad for 3.5 seconds after leaving the spawn point, but you'll also now be able to see what weapons each one of them has, so that sniper won't be able to hide for long. And last on the list of gear changes is Bomb Sniffer. This now lets you take 40% less splash damage from splat bombs, suction bombs, seekers, and ink mines, but be careful as it will not save you from a direct one-hit kill. Burst bombs also appear to do 20% less splash damage, but it's not wholly clear as the patch notes have had to be directly translated from Japanese. In short, Bomb Sniffer's not just for you unobservant types anymore. That's the meat of the update, but there's also been some object shuffling on Arowana Mall and Moray Towers for regular battles so that they more closely resemble that of Splat Zones. We're assuming this is because everyone kept falling off the edge all the time expecting a platform to save them from a watery yet temporary grave. Ranked battle matchmaking will now take weapon type into account when teaming people up, which is great because there's nothing more frustrating than having a team of 4 eliters trying to play Splat Zones. You'll also not get paired up with anyone whose rank is too different from yours. I can't be bothered to read them all out, so you'll just have to read this handy dandy table that's on the screen for a moment whilst I fill a bit of airtime so that it doesn't disappear immediately. What a lovely day we're having, isn't it? Nice weather for a picnic. I can't believe you forgot the pickled onions again, Aunt Emma. Lastly, for ranked battles, if your team has a disconnection and subsequently loses, the winning team won't receive as many points from winning as they would have if your whole team were present. It feels like you should lose fewer points should you fail to win, but that could so easily be abused. Last chapter of the day now, and it's all about Splatfests. The Vibe meter has been completely overhauled with a new system called Splatfest Power. This is initially determined by your rank battle rank and increases and decreases according to when you win or lose matches respectively. If you've got the highest Splatfest power in your team and your team wins, you'll get a greater boost to your Splatfest power than your teammates. You'll also be matched up with people who have a similar Splatfest power, and the higher your team's average Splatfest power level, the more your Splatfest power meter will increase upon winning a match. I've now said the word Splatfest power so many times the words have lost all meaning. Blimey, whew, well, we got through it eventually, didn't we? That's all the new changes in version 2.6 of Splatoon. I hope this has been informative, and with any luck this should make Splatoon even better and more varied than it currently is. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you give a long list of things that subscriber needs to change about itself, inadvertently hurt its feelings, and immediately regret your cold, calculated approach to your relationship, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.